Hey, we are back. Indigo, Sage, and I are back. We are talking Love During Lockup, Season 1, Episode 2. However, before we get into the second episode, I wanted to give a little update on John and Christiana from Love After Lockup. It turns out that, remember on the final episode, John had cut his hair and he hadn't heard from Christiana. It turns out that Christiana and John did get back together, but now they have officially broken up. They have separated, and it looks like it ended on a really bad note. Christiana did make a statement on her Facebook that she had fallen off the wagon a couple of times, but she is back on. And I would like to just say that I'm wishing the best for Christiana. I think
me too.
That she's one of my favorite people from the whole franchise. And I am rooting for Christiana. I am hoping that she can stay sober and continue to move in a positive direction, whether it's with or without John.
Any word, may I ask, any word on her mom?
Nothing. I did not hear or see anything on the social media about her mom as of right now. Good luck to the whole family. Yes. And good luck to John too, because I'm sure, this is wife number 4 or 5 that he has lost. I think you need to stop marrying, buddy, because everybody knows I love Christiana, John not so much. Anyway, we are moving on, and listen, this episode has driven me to drink. I'm telling you, these people are a full-on wreck. And we start where we pick up right where we left off with Indy and Harry. Honey, what did you think?
Mess. Now, I like the mama. And I like what the mom said when she said, well, first of all, it's nothing like your mom to tell your truth for you or to check you, so to speak, because when she asked, are you giving him money? And she went to stuttering, she said, you tight on money. So I know you know whether or not you gave him money, and you know how much you gave him if you gave him some money. So you gave him money. It's nothing like a mom to come in and check you, spill your tea.
I am here for Yolanda. Okay, yeah. I like her mama. Her mama said, listen, when it comes to my kids, if a man is involved, I have to PI them. She's got to investigate. And my question was, Yolanda, as long as she has been dating him, which I think she said it was like 9 or 8 or 9 months, why has he not been PI'd previous to this? Because the first 2 weeks that she told me that she had fallen in love with this inmate, he would have been investigated. We need to know. I do appreciate that her mom did tell her that if she thinks that she's going to Ohio alone, she can forget it. She's coming, girl. And she's going to find out everything. I said, Yolanda, you are a woman after my heart, ma'am. That's my kind of mama.
Okay, I saw me. So I like her bringing her back to reality when she said, why would he ask a woman with 2 kids for some money? Like, you've got to ask yourself that.
I agree with her mom.
And I do too. And now let me say this, what I really liked is when she asked, what I didn't like when Indy was on the phone with Harry and crying, talking about don't disappoint me. Okay. Then when she was packing to move to Ohio and she kept wanting to get reassurance from him, he said something about, I don't know. I'm not sure. Do what feels good to you. Do what's in your heart.
When I heard that, I knew that he did not want her coming to Ohio, and this is all just a big game. Because if he really wanted her there, he would have. Well, you know what? He's not putting off. You putting money on his phone card, and you sending him money. He's not putting that off. Sorry, I'm not for it.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate real quick. Is that his fault that she's not in reality? Because he didn't say, "Come on down." He didn't say that.
That she's not living in reality. He's doing what he does. He's doing what criminals do. He's doing what con artists do. And that is to be in jail, telling you everything that you want to hear over phone and over video chat. And when you come to visit, so that they can continue to get money, so that they can put money on their commissary, so they can call other women with the phone card that you paid for, so they can do whatever it is that they need to do. He is doing his job, and she's allowing it and being too simple-minded about it. And I'm sorry, that is rude. I am being extremely rude, but that's how
I
I feel
triggered you.
She has got to protect herself.
Yes.
And she's not doing that.
Exactly. And I'm just trying to be fair because I don't agree with what he's doing. So I want to say that I don't agree with it, but it's not his fault because he didn't tell her to come, and I know on the flip side,
her psychic told her she was going and all of a sudden she's going. That just doesn't make
psychic.
sense.
Don't you put that ain't no psychic, that ain't no spiritual, but that ain't nothing. That was, I don't know what that was. But anyway, moving right. Have they even met? Because I think she hasn't even met him yet, right? They haven't put their hands up to the glass.
I cannot remember.
In the back of my mind, I don't think they have.
I don't know. That's just too much. It's too much. Is. Her telling her mom that when things work out with her and Harry, her mom's going to owe them an apology. I said, oh, that's a big deal. No. They looked him up and she said aggravated robbery at gunpoint, and kidnapping. I said, there is nothing sexy about it. Not one thing is attractive about that. Kidnapping too?
Exactly.
I would watch a show. If WeTV decided to get a bounty hunter show and her and her partner were the people, I would watch that.
Exactly. I'd watch her. I would. And I'm like, get him. She looks like a tough cookie, hands on, and I'm like, she had lipstick on and some, honey, you could be tough and still be fabulous and tough. I loved it.
Lipstick on and her cat eye contacts. Okay.
Were those contacts? I didn't know, but I was like, you go, girl. Cuteness and tough and cute.
I'm seeing you. Anyway, my problem with that is what if she does put in her 2-week notice, pack up all of her stuff, and then get ready to go, and he calls her and says, don't come.
Ooh.
Okay.
I hope cameras is rolling.
Right. For us, for the entertainment value. Haley and Dalton. All right, now listen. All right, now we get a chance to meet Haley's 6-year-old son, Hendrix. And I just want to say that this little boy is absolutely adorable. I fell in love with this little tiny boy. Okay. And I even
with the
adore
blue
his
hair.
Blue hair. I thought the blue hair was super cute. But my problem is they had this discussion in front of the little boy. And I wasn't a fan. He did at one point run off to feed popcorn to the ducks. Right. I appreciate her son's father. He says that they are friends now. I guess she was engaged to him, but they broke up about 3 years ago because he slept with her best friend of 10 years while her and her son were there in the same house asleep. Now that's grounds for everybody getting hurt. You hear me? There's going to be some smoke in the city. You don't sleep with my man, and you supposed to be my best friend, and then you slept with my best friend. Both of them deserve to get smacked a couple times.
Under the roof, and then I had to separate that. I had to separate that from what he's getting ready to say, like about his son. Right. I had to separate that I guess you can be an a-hole. Really, you can be. I guess you can be an a-hole, but then still be good to your kids.
Yeah, I know a few of those guys. I know a few
that's
guys
what I said.
That. Yeah, they are not the best when it comes to being married, and they're not the best when it comes to being a relationship. But they are really good when it comes to being a dad. So I've seen that. I understand his concern. He says that their son is really young, and he doesn't want his son going to prison to visit Dalton. He says, Dalton's not his father, and he doesn't want his son's earliest memories or hanging out during prison visits with mommy's boyfriend. And I am 100% with him. I don't appreciate that. You should not bring that child down to the jail to visit this dude, period. You know what else was really too much for me? Her buying flowers and setting up a date night for her and Dalton over the phone, and then making a big chuck roast with no seasoning on it and calling it a steak. I said, what the hell? That is a chuck roast. That is not a steak. And you didn't put not one nab bit of seasoning on it. That was too much.
I like the idea. I wrote it down in my notes. I like the idea. That's all they can do. That's all I can do. So I like the idea and the effort, and she said he needed a stable home and all of that. What I did not like, though, was that she made an appointment to talk to his dad. without his okay or his knowledge, it seemed like, and he doesn't seem cool with that. I don't like that. And he didn't seem like he knew. He didn't seem like he was cool with it. What do you think about that?
Well, first I thought, you're talking already about having a child with him. You're talking about buying a house and then having him live there with you. First of all, you got $80,000 from the settlement. You have already spent way too much money on this dude. And now you're trying to get yourself a house, and you should, because you work every day and you should want a home for you and your son, but not you and your son and this loser, period. Second of all, you keep telling us that you work as a housekeeper. You could have started your own business with the money that you used to give to this dude. And then it was just so weird that out of the blue, I found your father on Facebook and I never meet up with him. And he absolutely was not okay with that. And I noticed that she told him,
that's not cool. I don't understand what was her purpose. Did you find her purpose somewhere in there with a flashlight of the dad?
Trying to get embedded into his life, and she is trying to be embedded into his family. And which better way to be embedded into somebody's family than to get to know their parents?
That's creepy. No, that's what's creepy. Is not her wanting it. What's creepy is her seeking him out and finding him on Facebook and without his knowledge and setting up to meet him. That's creepy. That's creepy. That
she's going to meet his father and she's going to find out who he really is. And she's going to find out that he is nothing like this sweetheart genius GED taker. No, ma'am. He is a real life criminal. Quit playing. I think that's what she's going to find out.
She said he was a genius.
Because he passed his GED. All right, so now we move on to Santiva and Tally. And I hope that we're saying that right, because I'm not really sure. They just introduced us to them this episode. What I absolutely love is that she lives in Maine. And I am a crazy person when it comes to lighthouses. And I was so excited to see them on the water in the lighthouse and everything.
Yeah.
I was just smiling from ear to ear. I was also very proud of her for losing the 92 pounds.
Yes.
So congratulations for that. But one thing that took me off just a little bit, it threw me off a bit. It said at the bottom of the screen that she was 39. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't buy it. I mean, there is nothing about that woman that says I am 39. She is given all of 49 or 50. But I don't mean that to be nasty. I'm just saying. That's my opinion. Please get down in the comments and let me know. Does she look 39? Am I wrong? Something's off.
What did you think? I agree with you. I agree with your assessment.
Okay, well, girl, listen. Congratulations on the 92 pounds. You rock.
Yes.
So she says that she met Tally on a prisoner website.
Girl.
Now, what was odd to me is that she said she watched some kind of crime program and found some lady who met her man on this crime site. So she decided to do the same thing. And I said, I watch Discovery ID all the time. And I have never wanted to reach out to an inmate. I don't get it. It's not for love. And the fact that he's at a federal maximum security prison and she tries to say that he's not a bad guy like the other people in there. Well, why is he there, man?
Girl, I heard her say that, and I was just like, did I just hear her say that? He's in there with the bad people, the biggest, baddest people, but he is not like them. Huh? That was crazy. Okay, so what I liked about the friend was that she reminded her that, hey, when you were in that marriage, you ran through money when you was married and, and y'all got a divorce, right? So it's one thing to just tell someone, hey, don't give them money, but it's another thing to be able to back it up. So I was glad that the friend could back it up. And then I was concerned that she admitted that they hadn't met.
Yeah. She says they've only seen a couple of pictures of each other, but they have never met, and they do all of their communication over the phone.
It's emotional.
The fact that he's been able to sweet talk her out of $2,000 over the last 9 months.
That's sad.
Said, you know what? No, ma'am, you are not getting $2,000 for giving me a couple of compliments and calling me baby.
Okay.
Period.
I ain't even gonna say what I wrote because I wrote
what
it.
What you will get from me is a thank you. Thank you, sir.
That was sad that, because he gives her compliments. Girl, she can go on any dating site and get compliments. Any. It doesn't have to be.
So we're moving on to Ty and Hottie. Now, honey, listen. I wrote so much down. I was on 180 freaking thousand. 180 freaking thousand. This woman is studying to be a mortician. She is standing over somebody's dead body. I don't know if they are embalming or if they're about to put this woman's makeup on. I have no idea what is going on. It sounded like it was an embalming situation, and her phone is ringing off the hook, and they are talking and cussing and everything over somebody's grandma. I thought that was disgusting. First of all, I can't understand why WeTV is all right with filming at a funeral home, number one. Number two,
what you want them to do?
As far as I'm concerned, if you do have your cell phone in that room, it should be on vibrate, and you should only answer it if it's an emergency involving your children or another family member. Not answering it because it's your prison vision board hotline situation.
And here's the thing. I noticed the boss had said you're sanitized. So the phone actually shouldn't even be in there. Once you sanitize yourself, the phone is one of our smartphones, even though we love them, they're one of the most contaminated things that we can pick up. Okay. She said that she has multiple, inmates, and they're like, it's like dating inmates is like dating Mr. Potato Head, she just switch them out. And then she followed that up with said, I hope he ain't trying to play me. Now, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, Ty, you too much. You tie too much, girl.
You are embarrassing the hell out of your kids. They have to go to school. And somebody's parent that they live with is, somebody's parent of one of the kids at the school. They watch Love After Lockup and Love During Lockup. Yeah. And not only that, somebody is going to recognize that funeral home.
That's what I'm talking about. Because her kids, I'm sure they already know. She said, can your daddy take you to the soccer practice or the soccer game? So her kids are used to that. I'm sure before this television show, they was probably getting maybe a little slack from their mama's behavior. But the funeral home, I wish, it's that I wish time. I wish a person would. In my opinion, if she was a boss lady.
Like she said at the beginning that she was training under him. So she's not a full-fledged mortician yet. Like, this is not her funeral home. So you cannot act like this. You need to go and get yourself together.
I don't understand why she said, I hope he's not playing me. Is it because she's putting money on his books?
Well, I'm changing up yes, she is, because it was on one of those the progress board.
You did say that.
But he doesn't have a clue that she got all these other dudes. And even if he knew, he probably wouldn't care. She really does need some emotional help. Mental health would help a lot with her.
Yeah.
But then we move to Max and Tara. And I have a question for you. Last week, you said you felt sorry for Max. Do you still feel sorry for Max? Because I said no.
Okay. I am so upset with Max right now. I looked at that. I rewound him a couple of times. I couldn't shake my head hard enough. My neck hurt, okay? I said, Max, God damn you, Max. Okay, I don't know what happened. He bamboozled me. I know he did not bamboozle you at all.
Not at all.
Maybe one day I'll learn, but I thought he was sweet. He made it seem like he was brokenhearted. And I was just feeling so down for him. And this episode, he got a whole woman cooking pasta, looking dry, and in the bed and with a big booty on the screen. And he said, "We enjoy each other while not sleeping." I was just so.
Now listen, I knew from the first episode that this dude was thirsty for fame because he was all about his body. Taking all those pictures. I'm a model. I'm a this. I'm a that. We find out about Eliza, whatever.
Eliza.
She lives at the house and she is all into him. they have an OnlyFans, and I came across a YouTuber who I like to watch because she does all the gossip, like what happens on their social media and stuff. And
you gonna deliver some money?
Do the reviews and everything. And she went ahead and took one for the team and signed up for his OnlyFans. His OnlyFans is absolutely disgusting. Him and that girl and other people have a lot going on. And I mean the sex. All over that
you can have
OnlyFans
sex
page.
on OnlyFans?
The OnlyFans, okay?
It's sex?
Sex. If you can see it, if you pay $10 a month for his OnlyFans, or pay one $10 fee and then cancel later, but that'll never happen for myself. I won't be doing that. He's also some sort of escort. Yeah, he's quite nasty, and he's all about trying to become famous. And it turns out, remember on the first episode, it looks like Tara did not show up for their video call. She said that she absolutely did show up for the video call, but they could not connect because him and WeTV had not signed up with the prison in enough time to get permission to do video chats. She also said, I seen her do an interview yesterday with a YouTube channel called According to Amber. Honey, listen, if you really like just the behind the scenes gossip about this show, according to her, she's got it all. She did an interview with Tara.
I've seen her before.
And Tara said that her and him were not boyfriend and girlfriend. They were not dating. She said that he is really thirsty for fame. And after talking to
dropping
her,
this bomb on me like this, you just
after talking to her once or twice, he asked her to be on the show because he was really trying to get his OnlyFans and TikTok to blow up. Because he's been trying to, do this OnlyFans and TikTok for a long time. Completely blown up. So this dude is on here just for the fame.
He played me.
She's in her 30s and he's in his 20s, and she would never date him. She said, I wouldn't date somebody who's in their 20s. He's 24 years old. She turns out to be a lovely woman. She's got her head on straight. She says she never took one dime from him. She never asked him for any money. And she said that with his situation, she didn't think that he had anybody that he could send her anyway. So, I don't feel sorry for him. Never did, never will. And I really don't need him on this show. It seems that he's got that girlfriend, or he's got that roommate that wants to be his girlfriend. And the only reason why he is not her girlfriend, even though they share a bed, they have the sex, they promote their OnlyFans together. I don't understand. He only did this so he could be on this show. And I don't think he should be rewarded for that.
Horrible. Then you just busted any piece of bubble I had. It is gone. Yep. Thank you for that. I have to take all that in. I was very upset. I was bothered. I was very bothered. She also
said on the interview that they tried to come to the prison to film her getting out with him. And she told them no, because she had already had plans to have her 2 children and her family pick her up from jail. And she said, I'm not his girlfriend. She said, I want my kids. And so she told them absolutely not. So I don't think that we're going to get a lot of Tara. We might get one episode with her, maybe over the phone or something, but we're not going to get a lot of her because it wasn't a real thing. He was just allegedly using her, to get on the show. And so all of this is alleged because I wasn't there. I'm just regurgitating what Tara said and what I saw regarding his OnlyFans. But in my opinion, I thought that before I even saw it. As soon as I saw the episode, I said, this dude is only on here for TV, because if you have a beautiful roommate like this who really wants to be with you, why are you trolling prison websites?
Well, okay, wait a minute now. We didn't find out about Alyssa until the second episode.
That's what I'm saying. At the beginning of that episode,
okay.
I said, why would you be trolling if you've got this beautiful girl living here who wants to be your girlfriend?
Yeah, that didn't make any sense. And I actually respect her for saying, coming out and saying, now here's what it really is. You know what I'm saying? It's this, it's that. And I respect her for saying, because I'm sure they probably was going to pay her to allow them to film all of this or whatever. And she said, no, my children come first. So kudos to her. She ain't even on my scale. Yeah. I love that.
I liked her. I loved her in that interview. I think she is a good person who has made some mistakes in the past, but she is trying to clean up her life. And that is something
that's evident. Yeah.
So I like her, and I do hope that we get her a little bit on the show just so we can see her a little more.
Yeah.
But moving on to
Girl.
Gabby. Now, honey, listen. You know, Gabby starts out this episode. She wants to go pick her mom up to go dress shopping, but she's got this attitude because Chris is in solitary confinement, the shoe. And my first thought about that was, is he really in solitary confinement, or is it possible later on we're going to find out that he just doesn't want her getting any more money? I mean, I thought that, but I also wanted to say that in this episode, the way that she was cussing while she was talking to her mom, and then when she told her mom to kiss her ass, there is nothing and no one in this world that could get me to say that to my mom, ever. And had I ever said that to my mom, I would definitely have.
You wouldn't have a face now.
I would have woke up in traction the next week. Okay, because my mom does not play. You are not going to tell her to kiss your ass and think that you are about to walk away. Okay, that is a no-go. And especially when she's out digging in the flower bed, whatever tool she was using is about to be upside your head. I think that she is a tacky little girl.
Well, you know what? Speaking of that, I'm going to tell you something. That was one moment where I kind of was like, is she doing this up for the cameras?
Probably.
I was just a moment. I was like, is she doing this up for the cameras? And then they switched to her mom's face. Her mom looked sincere. You know, her mom didn't look like she was acting. But I'm like, is Gabby doing it up for the cameras? Because I'm like, do you really talk to your mama like that? Like,
her mom looked as if she's used to her speaking to her that way.
Dang.
And
why didn't her mom tell her you don't have to catch an Uber? She caught an Uber there to pick up her mom, which it was weird already that you catching an Uber when you have a BMW. And I know she said because we're going in the city. I don't understand why you have to catch an Uber because you're going in the city, but you have a BMW.
Because she took her beer budget ass over to that fancy dancy bridal shop, and that first dress she tried on that they said was $15,000. She could have got that unattractive damn dress over at David's Bridal on the $99 sale. And then when she came back with that $30,000 dress, I said, hold the hell up. That dress does not look as if it was worth $30,000. And then she's trying to show off in front of her friends. Oh, I'll just get this one to party in.
Girl,
and this one to get married in. All I need is $30,000. The total of both of those dresses are $45,000. You have already told us that he is giving you $60,000. Lady, he only received $150,000. How much do you think you're going to be able to buy? And not only that, we found out that if you get that venue, that's another almost $19,000.
Girl.
What calculator is she using?
It was a setup by Todd to come to us with the BS. When she was in there showing out in front of her friends and stuff, first of all, just their expressions, the looks on their face had me cracking up. I was laughing so hard. The star of this show, this episode, was the attorney, honey. He said, yes,
girl, the way she spoke to that man was so disrespectful. The way she spoke to him, and then that man could lose his license giving you this man's money. He has to have him sign for this. I'm not just going to give you $30,000 without asking my client.
He's the star because he remained calm the entire time. And of course, we know that couldn't have been you and it couldn't have been me. He remained calm. I was like, you come through, attorney. Like he ain't an attorney for nothing. He said, I would like to do that for you. However, I cannot. I understand what you're saying. However, right. I need his signature for a release. Yes, I know. I understand. However, I was like, I need to take notes on that.
I need his signature before this can be released. And her voice got all raised talking about, I don't mean to be rude, but as soon as she got to the but, I would have said, click, you are not my client. He is. Okay.
But everyone in this episode who was not in this scene, who was not Gabby, deserves, some recognition because their patience was tested. The woman in the store watching, first of all, the time she spent helping her to get nothing, that's irritating. Then to watch her fuss about it, rip that tiara off, throw it on the ground. That tiara didn't do nothing. And then she stomped away in the gown.
I would have made her pay for that tiara. I'd have told her, you're going to need to pay for this. I don't know where you're going to get the money. Friends, but you're going to pay for this.
I was like, you are so disrespectful throughout your entire scene. Disrespectful to your mom, disrespectful to the attorney, disrespectful to the store.
And gassing up your friends with all these lies. Yeah, I think he needs to cut the money off and see if she sticks around. Because to me, it just seems as if she is all about this big wedding, this big diamond, this money. Yeah. But what happens when he gets out and you have no money and he has no money and they repo the BMW and all that other stuff? I don't know, peeps and sages. Get down in the comments and let us know what you think. I think this season is going to be absolutely entertaining. I am here for it. And I did see the previews for the new Love After Lockup coming in March. And that looks as if that is also going to be entertaining because we have new couples. Now, what I'm waiting for is the Life After Lockup next season because Dante is going to be on there with Lindsay. And Lord have mercy, we know she's about to play him for an idiot.
I just saw a clip of Lindsay, when she was in that man's office throwing stuff and everything. I said, and Deontay, I'm assuming Deontay saw that too. Yes. And he wants that?
Yes. He says that his mama is not talking to him right now. And I can understand it. She's sick of the mess. Anyway, you guys, like we said, get down in the comments. Let us know what you think. And until next time, bye.
Bye.